Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So, today we have one main objective over pretty much everything, and that is to go and get this thing to a usable state. And to do that, we need to go get at least level 40, which should take pretty much the entire stream, most of the stream, because we still have 7 levels to go. But, yeah, that's pretty much the main goal of this stream, is basically don't end until this thing is level 40, because then we can start using Barrier Every Brown. But before we get into that, let's start doing the class events. We will not be using the hero class for this. Actually, yeah, never mind. Actually, we can use the hero class for this, because we're using the half mana start, so never mind. But, we do want to get a little bit further in this, still using the same thing as yesterday. The Dawnbringer King Mikhail, the Urskila, which I keep forgetting her name, and the Urska Druid. And we're just going with this for now. If you don't have that, run a AoE weapon in first slot, and then you eventually switch it to main. But we're just running with Dawnbringer because it is a little bit better to be running Dawnbringer here, if you happen to have it. But that's what we're currently starting with. Get these done. And then on to level grind, though we do technically gain some XP from doing this. Let's see. Well, we'll just kill with King Mikhail. That is definitely enough to bring it to kill range. Could take a net skull as well. But hello everyone! Hello Techni, hello Siplom, or Siplaman. I don't know why I keep calling you Siplom. Hello Churros, hello Durade, hello JZG, hello, let's see. Hello William. I never said I would do that, JZG, but maybe, we'll see. Hello William, hello Pamela, hello Elite, hello Haley, hello Carbos, hello Wicked, hello Starlight, and hello Dragon Ball Z fan. Welcome everyone. The time is always a rough time. It's not like we're literally going to be here at 10 every single day. Or every single Friday, Saturday. Sometimes other things get in the way. And other times I'm just sleeping. But no, normally when it's delayed is because something else actually came in the way. Very rarely is it because I'm actually just resting. I'll go take that over. Had a really tiring day yesterday. Wore me out very quick. Okay, we'll go and get that done. And that's actually split damage, so easy kill off. And 2 more Val Ravens. Hopefully get one more. That will be all the way up to tier 4, it should be. If we can get all the way up to that point. No, the dreaded Corvash. Right on our half mana. That's gonna be really annoying, actually. It's one of those instances where we might want to have King Mikhail up in front, because it's easier to deal with them. Oh, we'll get a Dawnbringer there. Now we just need to poke him with anything. Best thing to do would be to take a brown and then hit him with that. Problem though, there is no way to do that. So we cannot. What to take, what to take. What even is there to take? There's that purple and then there is nothing. We'll take that purple for now. Blue I don't want. I want that brown, but I guess either or technically denies him, so we'll go for it. He doesn't go for the extra turn, so that's nice. Take the skull just to make sure he goes down so we don't have to deal with him. King Mikhail doesn't even surge, so good thing we went for that skull. Red, do we want it? I guess we do. He's so tanky, he can be hit by like 10 more hits and it's barely gonna matter. There we go. Did I go to the movies yesterday? Yes, that was one of the many things I did. But yeah, I did see the new How to Train Your Dragon 3 movie. It was pretty good. Valraven, what do we do about you? Take a yellow for now. He'll take a skull, hopefully. Okay, at least he didn't take yellow. Anything but yellow is fine. So I'm actually going to take a skull preemptively just because that will bring it to kill range, even though we didn't deny a yellow. Now we can simply just take a yellow and he's dead. Look at that, he didn't even go for any yellow. I'll do that and easy kill. Double easy kill. At this point, we might as well just kill it with skulls. Oh, that better not devour. Probably going to. Nope, good luck. Okay. Well, then again, its chance is pretty low. That's like it has like a 10 to 15% chance or so. It's really, really low. I'm not even sure why they made it so low. They could have made it about double and it still wouldn't have been too bad. I guess because it's a rare. Or ultra rare. I'll get it right eventually. It's still pretty low rarity. But then again, they keep Gluttony 20% and you can actually loop it pretty easily. I'm not sure why they gave him like half the amount. That's what I was basically saying, in that it could be double and it wouldn't even matter. Because Gluttony barely matters, and he's basically double a, that thing. The little gerbil. Hello, Iggers. Welcome. Tried a new weapon in Delves with Apothecary and Guard. We could do that. We would need to find a faction that could do that, though. I don't think I have any of them low enough where we could do that. That would have to probably be next Tuesday. Because can we do that in Warrens? I actually forget what color Warrens is now. That's a fail. But, it was green something. Forget what it was. But, if it works in Warrens, I guess we could bring it out. Later tonight. Yeah, there are so many delves I am starting to slightly forget which one is which, color-wise. The earlier ones I still remember, it's just as they keep adding more, I keep forgetting some of the more recent ones. Did we just scatter? No, let's take the purple, the brown for now. I want to take one of these manas that can actually get a Stormbringer. Unfortunately, he's not giving us any. And his scatter is just going to be a waste, so we'll just take that for now. I don't have a drop for that, so we'll just give him skulls, that's fine. He doesn't even go for it. And now we can split damage kill him. Hello there, Steve. Welcome. Yes, I'm in the beta. I didn't get the chance to play it yet, though. I will be pretty much after the stream. It'll be the first chance I've really had to play it. But yeah, I will be playing the beta this weekend. I still haven't signed up for the thingy yet, though it doesn't take that long. Put it in the little thing. Yeah, I'll be doing that today and tomorrow. Okay, we'll take the blue over. Get a Dawnbringer, and whatever doesn't die gets killed to split. Green, yellow, that's what it was. So yeah, we could run guard. Because we'd be able to run hero weapon, apothecary, guard, and something. So yes, we would be able to get away with it. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to try it later tonight then. Give it a shot. We'll try the new weapon, see how it works. We might even be able to try it with the new hero class too. We won't have half mana start, but he's and nor will we have all of his perks, but he'll have his barrier by then, for sure. Just should have taken those greens. Let's see. Oh, luckily it cascades, so I guess I did take it. Still would have been better if we took it though. Give him the skull because it doesn't actually matter if he hits us. Whoa, what was that lag? Take the skull. That lag was so high that it just crashed the stream for a second. Have I done a video for best team of every delve? Yes, but it was like 3 to 4 delves ago. So it doesn't have some of the more recent ones. I probably should do another one going over it soon. Probably by the time next delve comes out. Because at that point we'd have every mechanic. We'd have Bless, we'd have Curse, we'd have Bleed. Yeah, we'll be covering it soon again. But yeah, I think the previous video just goes up to everything up to Sea of Sorrows, I believe. So Warrens, Fangmore, and Primal, I don't believe are on it. But if you need any suggestions for those, just let me know. Because obviously I don't make a completely new teams for all delves video every single time a new delve comes out. Otherwise we'd be doing that literally every month. Of course we go over every new delve when it comes out. But I normally only do another video for them every several delves or so. Actually, we don't need to do anything in Underworld yet. Anyways, next order of business. Now that's out the way. I guess let's clear through dungeon real quick. And then we need to go grind out the... oh, this is not the team I should be using for this. But then we need to go grind out the Explorer. And start getting this thing to level 40. It shouldn't take that long. Should only take about 2 hours, actually. That is the main goal I want to get done, because once we have this at level 40, we can start actually using it like how it's supposed to be used. It'll have every barrier option once it reaches at level 40. It'll have its max capacity of barrier. It'll still be lacking 2 of its decent traits, but it will have max capacity of barrier, which is one of its biggest premises. Let's see. Hello, Christy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Starlight, about a week or 2 ago, ended up making a list of a bunch of people's teams as well. Almost forgot about that. But yeah, that was a pretty nice, comprehensive list. Actually, I might even need to look over it some before I do the video again. Just because if I'm showing a late game version and a mid game version, it might help give me some ideas for some. Because I know what I personally use for each one, but of course there's other people that use some other stuff that could potentially be better. I also tend to spam similar teams for a lot of them. Like I use 2 teams quite a bit, like way too much probably. The Megavore Weaver team, a Megavore with Arachnine Weaver, and the Hero Apothecary into Iron Gut team. Those 2 I tend to use for way too many delves. That's fine if you keep using the same team if it works, but if someone doesn't have that team, then yeah, it's a problem. Because it doesn't really help if I show a team that most people can't use. Anyways, next order of business. Let's start leveling, or keep leveling, I should say. How's our trade stone situation currently going? So we should only need 2 more. I'm pretty sure we finished that brown purple yesterday. No, we have 1 more left. Really? That's keeps happening. We need 1 more, and then it takes forever to get that one. But then we need pure red, and then we need the next one that we'll be working on, which is brown green, wherever it is. I know where it is, Asian. But 284 is what it's currently sitting at. But yeah, we basically just have 2 more colors to go. Let's just finish out this one brown purple, and then we'll head over to Zhejian. Okay. Start off the bat, we'll get our explosion. Get that rolling. What's the best team for All-Seeing Eye and Primal Rift? Let's see. Primal Rift, I actually ran Skull Spam for, oddly enough. I ended up running Mang as Titan, though you could also use Mang as the new hero class if you have it decently upgraded so far. But either or. Followed by Apothecary, Keeper of Souls, and the Possessed King. You could also use Queen Aurora. Actually, I believe Queen Aurora is actually slightly better, but you could also use Possessed King if you don't own her. Possessed King allows you to do more with the skulls, whereas Queen Aurora allows you to give your Apothecary mana, so that you can put it into brown instead, your banner. Aw, 1 damage off. That's awful. As far as for All-Seeing Eye, I believe I just ended up running Weaver team. Not sure if there is something better for it these days. Then again, you can get away with you can get away with both. You can get away with Weaver team there, as well as Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Lord King Iron Guts, and Possessed King. Both of them work there. Hey, there's our Arcane. Well, that was quick. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, so that's good. Anyways, next order of business. Over to Zhejian. Only 2 more trait stones left, and then we are done with base 300. Which means we're pretty much going to be done with base 300 today. The only thing we're going to be missing is red. Red is the only one we're going to lack by the end of this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother grinding out for it, because the single color ones tend to be used less for everything. But then again, with that being said, it might be used for more in whatever they're doing with the trait stone sync. We don't know. Actually, when is the next pure red? Probably no time soon, because I could always just wait until it's available on Glory. Because whenever there's a common available on Glory, we're gonna have to buy a gigantic amount of them. But I'm pretty sure there's not a red troop coming in anytime soon. There's no way to actually search for that, so what I'm gonna do is search for common and see which ones are red. Oh, no, none of them are marked for coloration. Oh, wait, yes, they are. Never mind. They're just not marked for their icon or anything. Wait, what's with all these commons showing as 2 manas? It's not what commons are supposed to do. Yeah, we're not getting our common red anytime soon. Never mind. Yeah, we might have to go and farm it then. Because we're not getting red probably for the rest of this year. Just a single red into the glory shop. You can't find celestial trait stones for anything. Yeah, celestials are one of those slightly elusive things that start just trickling in over time. Over time, you'll have way more of them than you ever need, but going out of your way for them is not really that possible. It's because, well, you can. The only way to really go out of your way for them is to spam explore. But no specific location has a higher chance of it. Everywhere is the exact same chance. The only place that's slightly better is Explorer itself. But each individual Explorer has the same chance, so you just do it wherever you need the Arcane. And just hope you get Celestials while you're doing it. Yeah, Celestials do come in pretty slow. You're only going to get like 1, 2 an hour or so. The only other thing that has a somewhat decent Celestial is the normal Gnome can actually drop a triple Celestial drop. Make sure every single Sunday you throw the 50 gems at the Diamond Day. Not only do you get a lot of diamonds, but it also gives a guaranteed Celestial. And that's a good way to get them going up over time as well. And other than that, yeah, just opening like Glory, Gem Keys, stuff like that, and just hope you get lucky. Yeah, I think we're sitting at about 300 Celestials. Actually, I didn't even bother checking. How many did we have? Let's see. Current Celestial count, 783. Yeah, we have way too many. I would give you some if we could. Oh, yeah, it probably looks like I'm drinking an invisible bottle. Invisible bottle with label. Invisible bottle, now with label. That's kind of funny, though. Almost looks like water, except it's not water. Kind of. Let's see. That's what water looks like. Okay, it looks like black water. You spent 2,000 guild points today, and you got Lust and Fire Mantle. Very nice, and you needed both of them. Very good. Yeah, both are used occasionally. Lust is more of a defend troop, whereas Fire Mantle is mainly used for 4x Giants, particularly with Hindla. It's normally used in Hero Fire Mantle, Fire Giant, Hero using an AoE weapon, ideally Dawnbringer, but you could use Black Manacle and stuff as well, followed by Hindla. You have 123,000 minor yellows. Where on earth are you farming your EXP that you have that many minor yellows? Is it Divinian Fields, or are you doing Whitehelm? Well, it has to be one or the other. Because Divinian Fields is the quick kill, and the only other reason you might have that many yellows is because you're specifically doing Whitehelm. For whatever reason. Oh, there's level 35 already. 5 more to go. And then this hero class is actually usable. And then from there, it just becomes more usable. At 70, you get some mana accumulation or a Dispel. And at max, it gets a lot of durability or 1 attack per turn. Most likely the durability. Very rarely will you ever run 4x Urska with this thing. Not really that viable. Mainly because other Urskas are pretty bad. If Urska's ever got better, that could be pretty nice, but that could be years before we get better Urskas. Do you mean can't? In Japan, you can buy bottled water. I think you mean can't, based on your following sentence. But, that'd be interesting. Water in a can. I guess to cut down on plastics. The only reason you use gold keys is for minor trait stones. Yeah, that tends to happen, particularly in early to mid game, where just in order to get a bunch of miners, you need to go and open gold keys. It's a lot quicker than having to grind for them. Or not even that, but you could do both simultaneously. You could be farming a location like Explore or PvP while getting a bunch of trait stones, then just use all the gold you get and then give it more minor trait stones. Yeah, until you get every single troop maxed, you burn through minor trait stones quicker than basically anything. Hey, an arcane. Still need like 15 more of them or so. But yeah, minor trait stones, runic trait stones, and arcane trait stones, particularly minor and arcanes, are the two most common trait stones to burn through. The ones that tend to burn through the slowest are the Celestials, once you start getting ahead of the curve, as well as, what was the other one? The major one. The rare one actually, for whatever reason, uses less than runics, if I'm not mistaken. It's really strange why they made it so little, how many you actually need. Oh, do you just have generic brand? Yeah, that always seems kind of weird that water is branded. Can't we just have it as a utility? You know, like water-based water? Water brand water. It's water. Does it really need a brand? That's capitalism. Yeah, that makes more sense. Are you saving your guild keys for the new mythic on Friday? I save my guild keys always. We've only ever need to use them once when we got super unlucky with one of the mythics. But, yeah, we pretty much always save them because we have such an excess of gem keys and other resources. But, yes, I will be dumping my gem keys and other related keys this next Friday for the new mythic. That is correct. We should be able to do it off of just gem keys. Hey, another arcane. I believe we need 14 more. But, we have 1,604 gem keys. By the time the next mythic comes out, that'll probably be more towards 1,700. I believe we have enough keys to get the mythic. That's enough to probably get like 2 copies of the mythic, unless we get super unlucky, in which case hopefully that'll still be enough to get 1. But yeah, we'll be able to do it with gem keys alone. And even if not, I'd probably go to glory keys after that. We should get 3 to 5 miners every battle. That would be interesting if we did have a multi-drop system for it. That, or if things like normal gnomes give better than just 2. Instead of just 2, maybe they give like 5 or something. 5 miners whenever you get the 2 miner drop instead. They also used to be in legendary tasks, but they were removed. Mainly because late game players obviously don't need the lowest rarity trait stone. The main ones they need are mainly arcanes. So for whatever reason, it also gives runics. Yeah, I didn't even check the beta yet to see if we are even getting any kind of trait stone sync next patch. I'm pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure that's more of like a summer patch than the March patch. There we go, we'll take our yellow over, grab a green to green, load everything. And even if I knew, I wouldn't be able to say. Go through our split down. Also, I don't know if they posted a change log yet. I know earlier they didn't have one yet. But hopefully they have one up now, so I actually know what changed. Well, there are no minor trait stones under event keys. It just drops ultra rare and higher. But yes, it doesn't drop the event-related stone. It drops, I believe, random of anywhere. It would make a lot more sense if it just dropped the coloration of the kingdom. So if it was like, for example, a drifting sands event, which it is right now, it would be brown and yellow, ideally. But I don't believe it actually does do that. I think it's just random drops instead of brown yellow. Oh good, it is up on the beta. Yeah, I'll need to go check all of that after the stream. Like I mentioned, I haven't had a chance yet, but I do have time this weekend, so yeah. Probably from this stream until next stream, I'll probably just be messing around with beta stuff, giving feedback and stuff on it. First chance I've had since it's been out. Can't do it right now, unfortunately. I would stream it if I could, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to. But I would definitely be doing it if I was allowed to. Well, I know initially they didn't have the patch notes up, which is why I mentioned that. When I first looked, they didn't, but I looked within like the first hour or two. So that's why they weren't up yet. Oh, new chat. Oh, that's fun. It is, as I mentioned, they were going to be doing a complete overhaul of the chat system. So that'd be a nice thing in the next patch. That's something we already knew about. We just didn't know when it was coming. How on earth do we beta test that, though? If the beta is not connected to live servers, how will we chat with people? I guess you could do it with other people on the beta, but then someone else would have to be on the beta at a given time. Which, given how few people are on the beta, I highly doubt that. Or at least relative to how many play the game. Hey, another arcane. Should we only need like 13 more now? 14, 13, somewhere around there. I keep losing track already. Also, so many fake gnomes. I have no clue why, but Zejin has the highest number of fake gnomes of any kingdom that I am aware of. I guess it's because it's the Goblin Kingdom, so it's basically like the Troll Kingdom. Do you think Sentinel will be good for the purple... Hey, there's a real one. Do you think Sentinel will be good for the purple loop team? Probably not. No, why would you need it for that? Unless you're running it within Delves, in which case maybe. But in Guild Wars, no, I don't think you would need it for that. Oh, all we got was useless gold. Lowest possible amount as well. Yep, there's the new guy. A useless new guy, but still a new one. Oddly enough, the epic that came in through the invasions this week is almost better than that thing. Or at least it's more unique than that thing. I kind of wish they would make some real troops that are like the one that they just released for the invasion this week. Because that's a lot of potential as a troop concept. But for whatever reason, he's the only troop that actually has it. Also, wow, this battle's taking forever. How did he get full mana Corvash? There we go. We only require 6 mana. He had to... Hey, Celestial, nice. He had to have taken like a 5 times or something. Yeah, Celestials are about like 1 to 2 per hour, probably more towards 2. But you could of course get unlucky and get like 0 an hour. Or 1 every like 2-3 hours. But it's about 1 every 1 or 2 hours. Or it's 1 to 2 every 1 hour, approximately. Doing Explore. So if you can win 3 times a minute. Closer to 2 than it is to 1. Guess I'll find out soon. Yeah. It's probably, there has to be something pretty big. Because Salty was talking it up quite a bit. Oh yes! I forgot about that. That was one other thing I meant to do this morning. There is a spoiler post that was posted on their, on the social media that I didn't even look at yet. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. What is it? Oh, never mind. That was just someone posting a bunch of spoilers. Wait, did someone post like all of the spoilers of the next patch? Don't be doing that. That's so much spoil. Okay, that's not the spoil I was talking about though. Let me go check their social media. Let's go see what the official spoil is. Let's see. What do I check it on? Let's just do Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook forever. I haven't been on like any social media in forever. Try not to use it. Okay, what am I looking for? I am looking for Gems of War. Did they post one? I did not see one, but let me go to their page. Let's see. Do we have the spoil of spoilness? They didn't drop a spoil of spoilness. That's weird. Okay, well, they don't have an official one. That's unfortunate. They normally do on Saturday. They did last Saturday. Maybe it'll be up a little bit later. But normally it's up earlier than this. Normally it's up like 9 hours ago. Hello, Dr. Schrödinger. Welcome. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny if all the upcoming patches are relatively small, and the smallest patch that they did all year could potentially be the biggest patch they've done all year. Could you imagine if that becomes a thing? Because the smallest patch that they've done all year was, of course, hey, only 12 more. But the smallest patch they've done all year was the one we just most recently got, where they made hero classes capable of being free, where they basically moved the gem cost, and that was about it. So, that'd be pretty funny if that's actually the biggest patch all year. Because even though it's the absolute smallest, it was probably one of the most impactful things that they've done in any patch in quite a while now. Other than adding new game modes and stuff like that. It's because it changes how you're able to use hero classes. And while hero classes have obviously always been, or not always been in the game, but you know, they've been in the game for a while, it's basically made them extremely viable. Since you get to switch between them with no delay whatsoever now. Compared to before, where you were kind of stuck using one for a while. Now there's no delay at all, and it's free to switch. Do I play with mouse on PC? Yes, if that's what you're asking. I play with mouse controller and keyboard. That combination. 11 more arcanes to go. Yeah, but the only combination that's quicker than that is touchscreen, mouse, keyboard, and controller. You would need all 4 of them to go at absolute max speed, but mouse is quick enough that it's not as bad compared to touchscreen. The only thing that touchscreen's really good for is moving gems on the board very quickly. Because with mouse you have to keep moving. Well, you do have an issue where your fingers kind of block the board, but if you can get to the point where that doesn't matter as much, you can move a lot quicker if you already have your fingers set up on the board compared to having to move the mouse all over the place. But that's not normally too big of a deal. You just got an Orb of Ascension. A normal one or a big one? If you have a smaller one, you want to use it on any legendary to get it to Mythic. Doesn't really matter too much what it is, as long as you plan on either using it in battle or using it to upgrade a kingdom. As far as major blues, you should pretty much be hoarding all of those and saving them for Zugoth, is the best value that you can get out of them. But smaller blue, you'd want to use on anything ascended up to a legendary to get it to Mythic. It doesn't have to be an actual legendary. It could be a common that you upgrade it to legendary and then you get it to Mythic. But whatever its current rarity is, needs to be legendary. Well, it doesn't have to be legendary, but you know, it would be the best value that you could get out of it, is to use it from legendary to Mythic. Because that's the hardest level to do on anything, regardless of what its base rarity is. And you do the same concept with orange orbs. With small oranges, you do it on their final 2 traits with small oranges, on legends and mythics, because they end up costing the most amount of resources to be able to do that. You're still waiting for a new Mythic Forge weapon, if it'll ever come. I'm still waiting for that too. I think they've been hesitant on it just because they don't want to add like another really ridiculous Dawnbringer. But I don't know. They said they would do it. They said they would do it once they start doing it like every few months. I guess they've just been waiting to, I don't know. I don't know what their reasoning is. I think they might have wanted to revamp the Soul Forge itself, but they haven't done Soul Forge revamp in like a year. So, I don't know when they're planning on getting around to it. Something they said they would do, but still not around. Any chance of getting level above Mythic for troops? Yes and no. No, troops will never, ever, supposedly, be going above Mythic. Mythic's as far as they're ever going to go. However, they are planning on adding another rarity above Mythic. Troops will not be able to ascend to that level. It'll simply just be its own category of stuff that is super hard to obtain. They've been releasing Doom weapons recently, which have kind of been like that, except they're not exactly like that. But basically, they're going to eventually be adding troops into the game that basically only one of it will ever exist. And it will be of its own rarity. So it's kind of like Mythics, except even rarer. And we don't know if they're going to use 4 mana or how exactly they're going to be set up when they do get released. But they're going to be the highest rarity in the game, and only one of them will ever be obtainable. I believe the first one might come out through very high total renown, but we don't know yet exactly what kind of methods they'll be doing to obtain them. Dawnbringer with Bless instead of Barrier, that would actually be weaker in most situations. But not all situations. But then again, Bless is technically getting buffed next patch, so we'll see. How to activate the cast and start of next battle. Oh yeah, I really need to post that video already. I need to do that today. Instead of doing the beta, I should probably go record that video first. But controller is how we're doing it. Any controller, doesn't matter which, as long as it has anything that counts as an 8 input. But, oh wait, I'm trying to show it as if I have an ability. But yeah, all we do is just click the button. Boom. Oops. Boom. And it just clicks it. Same way that we get through the screens very quickly. All you have to do is just use any controller that has a confirm input and click the button, and then boom, it gets through. You would mainly use it for getting through the screens in between battles, because it just goes and clicks to confirm for each one of these. And you would also use it for casting, because instead of having to click over to the ability and do this and then click on that, all you have to do is just click that, and then you don't even need to move the mouse. It just goes automatically. It's the only thing that controller does that's quicker. Like, if we were to actually go and try doing everything with controller, it'd be relatively slow because we have to go and do this and then move it, and it just takes forever. But confirming through these screens and confirming cast is the quickest on controller. And mouse does pretty much everything else the quickest, and then keyboard is obviously the quickest for typing whenever you need to type. Unfortunately, there's no way to hotkey it on keyboard, or at least there's no legal way to hotkey it on keyboard. You're not allowed to use like auto hotkey or anything on this game, or else the game will pick it up as hacking if you do it for too long. Controller is the only basically legal way of doing this that will guarantee not get you banned. Every other method could potentially get you banned. Even if it does the exact same thing, it's kind of weird. What do you think about Sentinel so far? Oh, it's a really good hero class. We're trying to get it leveled so we can actually start using it viably. We need at least level 40 before it starts getting really good, because then it has every barrier option. But yeah, Sentinel is top 3 for sure. It's not better than Titan overall, but there are instances where it is better than Titan, like many hero classes. But I'd place it in the top 3 hero classes in the game. And I'd probably place it 3rd in upgrade order. Titan obviously being 1st, Thief being 2nd, and this thing being 3rd. And I'd probably have to say Dragon Guard is 4th, mainly because of its being the current best triple damage on burning, as well as the fact that you, on the way, get Dragon's Eye from it, which is a really relevant weapon for delves, as well as PvP these days, more so for defend. Pay 1 million more souls on Dawnbringer, get a Dawnbringer that can use all mana colors. That would actually be really cool, a Dawnbringer that used all mana colors. They would have to raise its mana cost to like 30 though. But that actually would be pretty cool. Oh good, we only need like 11 or 10 more arcanes. But yeah, a Dawnbringer that uses every single color that costs 30 mana. I'm pretty sure they would never add that. But I wish we would get more multicolor weapons. There's only 2. There's only 2 6-color weapons in the game. The one that's more viable in more situations tend to be Prismatic Orb. Use it with stuff like Rowan and Guard's Avatar and stuff. There is this one as well. It's very rarely used. This Explore team is pretty much the only thing I would ever bother using it for. It has ridiculously low damage, but it does have the benefit of covering every color. Warden is best hero class in the game. The jokes are real. Yeah, Warden is, I wouldn't say it's worst, but it's pretty far down there. It's like bottom 3. And the only redeeming quality of his is it counts as a beast. And that's somewhat relevant for some teams. Because beasts don't have too many good mana generators, and Hero helps fill that gap when you're using it with Forest Guardian. Hello, Ben. Welcome. Oh, I almost didn't even realize that was a Sonome for a second because the other one was a fake one. That one is a real one. Come on, Vault Key. You know you want to. Nope, 2,500 souls. We're never going to get a Vault Key off of event. Or, you know, when it's not an event. We've only ever gotten one before. And that's it. I question if it's even still possible. I believe it is. But I've never seen one for basically forever. Oh no, has anyone gotten a Vault Key recently when it wasn't a Vault event? Because I have it since the first week of when they were released. Oh, 37. We're almost there. Actually, probably in the next hour we could have this thing maxed then. Because we're gaining over 120 HP per hour. Assuming we're just doing Explore the entire time. Don't use Dragon's Eye and defend. Yeah, it just adds to the problem. I don't, personally. I know some people do, though. It's good for Guild Wars, but for normal defend, it's just annoying. But obviously for Guild Wars, you have to set good teams. But for normal defend, you can set pretty much whatever. If you get a second Fairish Ra, how many bonus souls do you get versus using only one? Same amount. It still does the exact 150%. So that means you could potentially be gaining another 100 souls per battle, plus however much your ratio is. But yeah, it doesn't have any mitigating effect. You still get the full 150%, even if you're using multiple of them. It doesn't have diminishing return. It still gives you the full effect, even if you use multiple. One of them's 150%, two of them's 300%, so on and so forth. It just goes up by another 150% each time, which is basically another 100 souls. Which is why Fairish Ra is so nice. Oh wait, did I say 100 souls? Wait, it's lower than that. My bad. It's 60 souls. My bad. No, it's 60 souls, not 100. My bad. I was gonna say, that seems a little high. With your boost ratio, it'll be more than 100 souls. But the actual increase is 60. My bad. Necromancer increases, or a Necromancy increases it by 20, whereas Fairish Ra increases it by 60. Because 50% of that is 20, and 150% of that is 60. The reason I was thinking that for a second was because if you use one Fairish Ra, you have 100 soul total, but 40 of them is the base amount, so it's only 60 increase. You've gotten Vault Keys out of an event, just not for a while. Well, yeah, with how much you play, I guess, yeah, you'd be a good example on if it does or does not exist. Are you still doing level grinding? Now that you're, like, securely in first place? Though I think there was someone on Xbox who's getting pretty close to you, though. But as far as, like, the PC version, I don't think anyone's even remotely close. The PC mobile version, the main version of the game. But then again, who knows? Maybe the console versions will eventually become cross-platform. Yeah, it's more beneficial to lose PvP than it is to win. It's been like that pretty much the entire duration of this game. Which is weird that they haven't fixed it yet. They said they were going to do a patch last year, at end of last year, that would kind of adjust PvP, but they never got around to it. So hopefully that'll be something they do this year. Oh, you don't grind EXP anymore since you've reached over 2,000. That makes sense. There's just not much of a benefit after that. You gained over 100 levels past 2K without even trying. That's funny. I mean, lose PvP defend, not attack. Obviously, don't lose the attack. But PvP defend, it's more efficient to lose than to win. And the reason for that is because it gives you... well, these days, the reason for it is because it gives you a revenge battle. And revenge battle gives you twice the amount of gold. There were other reasons in the past why it was better. But more often than not, it's been because of revenge. The way that they have the revenge system set up in this game, it makes it way more valuable to lose than to win. It's really weird. Oh, we got a Jewel Gnome. Unfortunately, every drop it has is useless other than Volky. And obviously it didn't drop Volky. Get to level 9,000 for +1 magic. The current amount of time it takes to reach level 9,000 is around 20 years. Probably more than that. Like 20 years is like a underball estimate in the current state of the game. It's some kind of absurd amount of time. That's literally impossible. Hey, Arcane, there we go. Should need about 10 more. By the time this trait stone sync comes into the game, we're gonna have like 400 all trait stones. No, not that many. It's gonna feel like that though. I'm not even sure where I'm gonna grind after we get 300 base. I guess we would start working to 325 base or 350 base, but I don't know. It seems like it's so far away, like 350 base. Because most of the trait stones I have are hovering around 300. Mainly because that's what we're doing with them. It's getting them all to 300. You've been playing for 4 years and you're level 1,284. Yeah, I've been playing for 4 years too. And we're only like 1,400 something or whatever it was. Yeah, 1,403. Though, the first year and a half, the level cap was... Well, for the first month or two of the game, the level cap was only 100. And then for the first, like, year and a half, it was only 1,000. So it wasn't until, like, the most recent 2 years or so when the cap was actually lifted to infinite. Or essentially infinite. The actual cap is 10,000. But, the amount of time it takes to get 10,000 is literally impossible to reach in the current state of the game. It probably always will be. No one will ever be level 10,000 in this game, or over 9,000 for that matter. It just takes way too long amount of time. Even if someone grinds for it 12 hours a day, every day, it's easily over 20 years to be able to do it. Which is obviously no one's gonna do that. No one's gonna do that. Let's see. What do we need? Let's go grab a brown. That did not kill. I don't know why I thought that would kill. Also, I could have taken skull to purple instead. Oh well. Best armor in Ring of Wonder? That would technically help. Owning Detonate armor is the only way to have 100% EXP bonus. And hey, 9 more Arcanes to go. And having a Ring of Wonder gives you an extra 50%. Though they have recently removed that 100% from guilds, unfortunately. From Guild Wars. So, yeah, technically you're always gaining less EXP now. Unless you do it during a guild event. Which does mean it's technically the best time in the game to farm EXP when it's a Guild Wars now. Since you'll be able to have that 100 EXP bonus potentially. And there's no other time when you can have it now that they fixed the glitch with it. Good morning, Kevin! Welcome. Well, we have people in Gems of War that have done full completion. Because most people don't count level as any part of completion. The main thing that's considered full completion in this game is owning every troop and having them all maxed. That's the main full completion. If you really wanted to count it, you could also count all pets mythic. You could also count all weapons maxed. And you can also count all delves to 2,500. But most people wouldn't consider level as a aspect of maxing. At least in this game. Because there technically is no realistic max. But yeah, actual max would just be every troop, owning every troop, having them all mythicked, level 20 of them all, have them all traded, having every weapon, having them all maxed, having every pet, having them all maxed, and having every delve at 2,500 renown. That is full completion these days. And I don't think a single person in the entire game currently has that. Like, absolute full completion. Mainly because I believe no one has 2,500 every delve. There are people that have multiple, but I don't think anyone has all of them. And even if they do, they might be missing a few weapons, or they might be missing a pet that's not upgraded yet, or some other thing that's not truly maxed. Oh yeah, and all classes to level 100. That is correct as well. That's something else I need to work on, actually. Yeah, every single delve in the game can reach 2,500 renown. Though it's relatively hard to get past about 2,200. Because everything beyond there, you need to start doing the really, really high pure level delves. Which is hard in every faction. Hello, 40. Welcome. What's the trait stone thing? What do you mean by the trait stone thing? Let's see. What does the trait stone sync do exactly? We don't know. But they are eventually adding a trait stone sync to Gems of War that is going to be giving something in return. What it will be, we do not know. But they did mention that something's coming for it. We don't know if it's going to be part of Soulforge or what on earth they're doing with it. But it's something that you'll be able to use your trait stones for. And probably has no correlation to trading things. Okay, we'll get the split down. Got a random map. We're not even using Skeleton Key, and we still get random maps. Of course, you get it on 7 times Cascade, which is what it's from. Used to get gems back in the day, but now it gives you a useless map instead. Which is technically worth less than 1 gem, at least in the current economy of the game. We have like 8,000 maps or some kind of absurd number. Yeah, I noticed quite a few people have actually been starting to post more video content lately, which is pretty cool for Gems of War. Something I need to be doing a bit more of. But, yeah. Great to see other people doing it. How much more can they possibly do with a Match 3 game? Oh, there's a lot of stuff you can do with a Match 3 game. Have you even seen the puzzle quests? There is so much stuff you can do with a Match 3 game. Okay, we'll throw the firebomb down. Maybe not in the exact format of this. Like, they will eventually run out of different things that they could do with this format. But, as far as, like, just with that board concept, there's a lot you can do with it. I'm still the best, thanks for that. Well, we're still the only person that does it literally every day. Just because, realistically, it takes a lot of time to have to do it every single day. But I do enjoy doing it. Even if we are only doing a stream. I do need to get back to video content more, though. But we always make sure to do everything, something related to the game every day. The problem is most other people don't, just because it can get really time-consuming. And it takes so long to build up a channel until it actually reaches a point where it can actually make money. So most people would just be doing it for free. which makes it a lot less motivating. Like, I was in college at the time when I started this channel, so I didn't really care that much at the time that I wasn't making any money from it, because I was making plenty from flea marketing and other stuff. Mainly flea marketing. By other stuff, I mean like eBay and stuff like that. Cruddler had really good thumbnails. Unfortunately, he doesn't do anything anymore, though. Oh, you never thought to speed up the animation? Oh yeah, definitely make sure to do so. It's highly advised to move it to at least higher than 1 times. Like, you don't necessarily have it at 4 times, but 2 times, 3 times, 4 times are basically the only speed you ever play this game in, unless you deliberately want to see it in slow motion. Basically, everything below 1.5 times is slow motion, basically. 2 times is the lowest I would realistically play the game at. 3 times is probably as you're adjusting and still trying to learn the game, but you want it quicker. And 4 times is pretty much the only way to play once you reach late game, or even mid game for that matter. Once you understand the game, you shouldn't really be playing at anything lower than 4 times. Even these days, I almost need an 8 times speed just because 4 times has been out for so long that it almost seems slow now. I remember when we streamed opening iron keys on stream, and it ended up taking 10 hours to open 5,000 iron keys. That was a pretty funny stream. And I made nothing from it. No. Actually, I did. I made literally nothing from it. I actually streamed it on Steam, oddly enough. That was back when Steam basically almost just launched their ability to stream on their platform. So I was like, hey, let's go open up 10,000 gold keys at the time. Or 5,000, I mean, not 10,000. But, oh, actually, how many was it? I think it was 5,000. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of it either. None of it was saved because it was on there. I do have a video of opening iron keys and gold keys on this account, though. But the actual, like, 5,000 key opening that we did, I don't have any footage of it. The 10-hour opening of that. Exclusive for whoever saw it ages ago. That was like 3 years ago, though. Because I believe they changed the key system after year 1 of the game. Am I using hotkeys to cast? I'm using a mouse to cast. I mean, mouse. That's not a mouse. I'm using a controller to cast. Let's see. All you do is just click the A button, or whatever the confirmation button is on a controller, and it does it for you. That's what we're using to click real quick. Saves a lot of time when doing Explore. It saves time doing everything, but Explore and Challenge Spam are the 2 most noteworthy, because the battle is so quick that it's saving you like 10-20% of the battle's duration with how much time it saves, with how quick it is. It does casting very quick without ever missing, and it gets through these screens very quick. Since all you have to do is spam click the button. Also, unlike mouse that sometimes likes going back to the main menu when you spam click, controller never accidentally does that, which is nice. I think they fixed that for the most part with mouse. But, I don't know if they did completely. Like, sometimes if you keep spam clicking this, it'll, it would definitely leave if I spam click the leave button. Oh no, fail! But, well, there we go. I accidentally clicked the leave button. But sometimes, even if you click the play again button and spam click it, it will basically click the leave button instead. Though, if you literally click the leave button, then it is gonna go and bring you back. Fail. I did not mean to click that button. I forgot it was over to the left and not to the right. Oh, that's a fail. Well, we gotta wait for this loading screen now. Oh yeah, the devs were there for like 2 hours of the stream too. They even posted on their social media. It's kind of funny. It was like a whole little event. Let's see. Yeah, it only goes to 4 times speed. You can't go any higher than 4 times. I was just joking when I was saying the 8 times thing. I wish the game did have it though. Let's see. Yeah, while we're waiting, let me actually go post the video real quick. It's like pretty much one of the first videos we ever did on this channel. Or at least it's one of the first ones that I believe are still visible. Some of the ones I had prior, I believe I have unlisted at the moment. And there were mainly just some on the game of Unepic. And I believe that was actually it. Some guides on that and a few other things. But mainly that. Let me see. Let me go to oldest. That's not my channel. Well, that's my back end of the channel. I want the actual front end of the channel. Oddly enough, it's actually easier to find it from the front end. Let's see. What's the easiest way to get there? That's not it. That's my Google account. Why is Google Plus even part of YouTube? It was like when they were trying to integrate all those together, but no one ever bothered using Google Plus. Anyways, while that's still loading, I still have plenty of time. Let me just click on one of the videos. That'll bring me to the edit page. Click on the video again to bring it to the normal page. Why is it so hard just to get to the normal end of YouTube this way? There we go. Luckily, it's already muted. What am I looking for? Also, has anyone been noticing some videos playing double ads on various channels? I've noticed that. I didn't see any way on the back end to actually do that, though. Not like I would want to. But, I've noticed some ads now play... They have, like, 2 ads now instead of 1. It's kind of weird on YouTube. But I haven't seen any way on the back end to do that whatsoever. Which seems kind of weird. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Click on this. Why is it taking so long to get here? Also, why is it taking the game so long to load? Gosh, it's still going. But anyways, let me go to oldest. Where's the magic key opening? The magic key is probably more interesting. Yeah, it's actually technically the oldest visible video I still have on the channel. Very nice. Okay, we'll go click on that then. Let's see. Oh, the nostalgia for the old format of this game. This game used to look so much better in the old format. It made me... Oh, wow, that really makes me miss the old visuals of this game. But there it is. Oh, also, you get to go hear Legendary and all of the other things. Also, is this thing still loading? You know what? Let's go watch the video. I'll go bring it up right now. I'll go bring it up right on stream. Let's see. Let's go watch it. Or at least part of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's like 13 minutes long. That thing's still loading. Okay, never mind. It's done loading now. Oh, well, we're still going to watch some of it. I'm not going to get copyright stricken for showing my own video. That's literally impossible. Let's see. Let me go find window capture. There it is. How does it have 4 dislikes? Who put those 4 dislikes there? Oh yeah, duh, I don't have audio on. That might help. Let me go re-disable audio, which I'm not even sure how loud that will be. All of the ultra rares, all of the rares, legendary, epic. Ultra rare. And the old art style for the card borders. Also, we'll probably see shinies. Shinies used to exist in this game. Oh wait, oops, hold up. It's not showing, is it? Oh no! My bad. I thought I had it visible. There we go. Now it's visible. My bad. I was doing it and then didn't actually have it up. There we go. There it is. That's a fail. Anyways. Now you can see it. I had it full screen, so I didn't realize you guys couldn't see it. I saw it like auto did it. Hey, we got a Rowan! The one of many. That might have actually been our first Rowan at the time. Not even sure. Oh, as you can see, that one's shiny. That's what shiny cards used to look like. It wasn't anything too special. They just had a gold border around their, around the card, instead of having a, just the normal, whatever their rarity color was. They got like a shiny golden one instead. I wish they would bring back shiny cards to some degree into the game. I want to see us get a legendary. Just to hear him say legendary. Obviously, mythics didn't used to exist at the time. Oh, so this is how slow key opening used to be, by the way, in the past. Come on, show us one legendary. You know you want to. Where's all of our legendaries? There we go, we got a Ural. Also, I screenshotted all of them just in case. Legendary. Oh, I miss those little speech things that they have. We don't have them anymore. The only thing we still have is Mana Surge. Whenever we get a Mana Surge, that's like the only thing we still have related to those. Anyways, let's go do other stuff now. Anyways. Yeah, you can watch the rest of that video if you want. Anyways. That's what keys used to look like when the game first started. What was I doing? Back to, what's it called? But before I do, how many trait stones do we still need? Zacian. We need 5 more. Oh, that's actually more than I thought we had. Nice. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, extra turn still does a audio too. But yeah, we need more of the announcer voice guy. They need to go rehire that guy to go do a bunch of audio for the game. Oh no, never mind. Extra turn doesn't make any audio. It's just Mana Surge. That's what I thought. Yeah, only Mana Surge does the audio still. His voice doesn't do anything other than Mana Surge. Every other instance of his voice, I believe, has been removed from the game for the most part. Other than Arena, when it still happens. Which is kind of funny because there's no dialogue for Mythic, so whenever it shows Mythic cards, this doesn't do anything. But if you have your Legendary upgraded to... If you do an Arena run with a troop that is upgraded to Legendary, at the end of it, it will still say the Legendary dialogue. It's still left over in the game from ages ago. That's probably going to be completely removed from the game when they do a rework to Arena, though. Because then there'll be no instance where it would ever appear, so they just can remove the files from the game. Let's see. You're level 1,297 and you're only missing 5 mythics. Thank you for the videos. No problem. Let's see. Oh, you started playing the Gems of War when you found the channel. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, quite a few people actually have found the game that way as well, which is kind of interesting. Just like stumbling upon it on YouTube or something. Yeah, I'm glad I could help. Oh, we only need 4 more arcanes as well. Very nice. We're almost there. Also, we're getting close to almost being able to use this hero class too. 2 more levels, and we'll be good to go. Oh, treasure maps still say extra turn. Yeah, I don't play treasure maps enough to know. But then again, you know what? Thanks for reminding me. That's something we need to go do once we get this hero class upgraded, unfortunately. I need to go do a bunch of maps. It's gonna take like an hour or so. I might do some of it off stream. But, yeah, we do need to go do that. I need to loot. There's a lot of gems to be gained from that. Plus some gem keys. But yeah, it is a treasure hunt week. It is a treasure hunt week. 4 more arcanes to go. Okay, get the firebomb down. Sunbird wipe, and on to the next one. And if we can get lucky, we'll hopefully get 4 more arcanes within the range of reaching that level as well. Highly doubt we'll get that many though. But it's possible. Yep, there's level 39. 1 more level to go. And then we need to go do treasure hunts. But I'll probably use the hero class at least once to mess around with it once we finally have the barrier though. Because he'll truly be able to untap his potential then as a frontline tank once he has that. You finish the event and still can't be bothered playing them, pretty much. They're fun in short durations, but when you need to do a gigantic amount of them, they're not as fun. Also, they're fun to play out normally, but the problem is they're really inefficient to play out normally. They're way too slow relative to how much reward they give. Oh yeah, sure, Starlight. Thanks for posting them. I'll make sure to go check it out later. Yeah, after this stream, after grabbing a bite to eat, I'm going to be messing around with the beta, and I'll go check some forum stuff as well while I'm at it. But yeah, I still haven't gotten a chance to do the beta, so everything with the beta I'll probably be doing later today. But main thing right now is getting level 40, which should be done in like 10 minutes or so. With how much more EXP we need towards the hero class, should take about 10 minutes. And then we need to go do treasure hunts because, yeah, need to finish out treasure hunts. Barely started it, but it does need to get completed. I might not do all of it during the stream though, but I do want to get a good chunk of it in there. I at least want to reach the 3rd to last reward, ideally the 2nd to last reward as well. At least the halfway point. What's the faint clicking hollow sound? That is the controller, is what you're hearing. Is it that loud? Someone did mention it was audible earlier. I guess it might be because of how I have the mic angled. But if I move it like closer to myself and further away from the controller, it probably won't pick it up as much. But yeah, that's just the controller sound. That annoying Weaver. There we go. Yeah, can you still hear it? Because I'm clicking it right now. I don't know if you could hear it though. Okay, I'll take the brown to a bunch of, or yellow to a bunch of brown. Grab the explosion. Sunbird kill everything. Have you submitted your list to the devs already? No. What was your troop suggestion? Well, I'm not really suggesting troops or anything to them. It's mainly actual features and stuff of the game. Okay, you still can hear it slightly. There's probably no way to cancel it out completely. Okay, 2 more arcanes and about 30 more battles until we get those, not just the arcanes, but the EXP that we need. I really wish there was a better representation on that screen of how much EXP you have towards your hero. Like, it shows the total EXP for your hero leveling, but it doesn't show any for the champion level. Like, not even a bar that says, like, about how far it is or anything like that. Like how the EXP is. It just doesn't show anything. Just put it in an aquarium full of water. Oh, we got another arcane. Just need one more. A troop that inflicts status effects, but you get to choose which one. They have... It was something that was brought up in the past. I'm not sure if they're going to release it, though. But the mechanic of having choice abilities. Like, instead of either or abilities, having an ability that could do kind of like what Hearthstone's like. Where you have an ability where you could choose, like, 1 of 2 or 1 or 3 different options. And then it will do that. That mechanic kind of exists, but it's random. But there's no choice options for it. It was something that they said they might do in the future. But they haven't implemented it. I'm not sure if they're actually going to do it or not. But yeah, it is something that was brought up. The ability to have multiple different choices for an ability. But currently, I don't think that's in the plans. I don't believe. I don't think they would actually ever add the test button to the troop menu. There's already way too many things in the troop menu. If anything, they almost need to be putting less in the troop menu. But, no, I don't think they would ever add that to the troop menu. They have a designated location for it. They might enhance the designated location for it, but I don't believe they're ever going to add it to the troop menu. There's already 1.5 billion things under troop menu. They just keep adding more. Even next patch, they're adding some more to it. Or at least, like, more sorting options. Because there's so much stuff there already. But yeah, if we were to ever get another kingdom, I wouldn't be surprised if the mechanic they did was choice abilities for the entire kingdom. If they were to actually bother adding another kingdom, that seems like something they would do it for. Some kind of like really brand new mechanic. That would be so big that they wouldn't even want to do it for a delve, but they would want to do it for a whole new kingdom. Let's see. Anyone here have Dawnbringer without having Farish Raw? Yes. People have done that before. It does take longer. A lot longer. Like about twice the amount of time longer. But, it is possible. Good morning, Overfiend. Welcome. Yeah, no, I still feel a little bit tired myself. Yeah, they've been adding a lot of really good hero weapons lately. Like, almost every recent hero weapon has not been horrible. They've been various degrees of at least above average or really good. Hello, JJ. Welcome. Okay, should need about 20 more battles, then we'll reach level 40. Well, tributes early on in the game don't really give you much souls, though. Later on in the game, they definitely do. Later on in the game, they give everything. Or, you know, everything to a decent degree. Get like 10 gems, a bunch of gold, a bunch of glory, a bunch of gold keys, a bunch of everything. Speaking of that, our tribute's probably ready soon. I'm gonna wait till we gain our level, though, before I check. Because we'll have to go to that menu anyways. How's the weapon? The weapon for the new hero class? Yeah, we used it. We've used it with Rowan several times. It's a pretty decent weapon. It's basically just like a gigantic armor buff that then protects them. The 2-to-1 boost ratio makes it a really high amount of gain as well. I was like, we still need one more arcane. Hopefully we get it here. Oh, that is not what we need. We got Celestial. It's not what I need. Not at all. When you reach 1,500 guild seals, should you use Orb of Clans? Will it go higher than 1,500? You have 4 of them. Yes, it will go higher than 1,500, though do make sure you have 1,500 first, or you're going to waste your orbs. But yes, once you have 1,500 seals, you can use your orbs, and it will give you that many seals. And it does increase it beyond the cap. But the problem is, if you haven't gotten 1,500 yet, whatever the difference is between that and 1,500, you're going to waste. So make sure you have 1,500 first. So for example, if you use the orb that gives you 1,500 seals, when you're currently at 1,000 out of 1,500, you're going to waste the difference of 500. But yeah, as long as you have 1,500, just use your orbs. It counts towards your guild's 40,000 total. Or, you know, you're trying to get 20,000 or 40,000, whatever you're trying to reach. And hey, there's the arcane we needed. And it still gives you the seals, so it'll just give you the 300 or the 1,500, whichever one you're using. Okay, we'll go through the split down. Go get a orb onto... Actually, you know what? It's probably quicker just to take the thing up to max. Now we're going to bother with the bird. This should be enough damage. Yes, it is. Okay, it should be about a dozen more battles or so or less until we get this level now. Hey, a gnome. What do you have inside? Come on, drop classy XP. No, just kidding. It's not even a possible drop. That'd be interesting if it was, though. That would become useless to people who have all of them maxed. Oh, speaking about maxed. Ha! That's funny. Maybe he does drop EXP. No, that's just the normal 1 EXP. That's pretty funny that I mentioned that, and then he literally gives us a level. That's not what I meant by him giving us EXP, but there we go, level 40. That's the main goal we were trying to reach. Now we can actually give this thing barrier, which makes it actually useful, because now it's basically like Titan except tankier. It's still missing 2 of its traits, obviously, but a good majority of its value it still has. And if the screen will ever load, we can then go and set it to armor. Check that we do indeed have all the arcanes for this kingdom, which I believe we do, which means we just need pure red. And then we can go do treasure hunt. Yay! I'll hand out a code before we go do treasure hunt. But yeah, now we need to go do treasure hunt. But it's worth so much loot that we kind of have to. It's, not only are you still getting like the 60 gems per hour, approximately 50 to 60, but on top of that, you're getting like an additional 60 per hour, so like 120 per hour or so, due to the combination of what maps normally give, plus the event bonus that we have. Yeah, it takes less than 2 hours, might as well do it. Not going to do all of it right now, though. But I do want to get at least half of it done now. And then do half of it later, probably tomorrow or something, at some point, probably off stream. If it'll ever load, that is, though. Well, actually, let me start getting the redeem code. Oh, of course, as soon as I say that, it will do that. But anyways, let's go to PvP and test this thing out real quick. Let's actually go use a real team, too. Let's see. First, I need to find a real team to go fight, though. We'll just do it against this. It's real enough. Okay, so let's go and build a team now. This is more so like an Explorer and Guild War kind of thing, but let's go test it in PvP and see what we can do. So, first things first. What do we want to run? Probably something brown-oriented. Let's go Mountain Crusher, I guess. But then again, I don't know. Because if we use something that's mana-dependent, we're probably better off going Titan. We could run 4 times Urska's, though. But that's going to be kind of weak. Let's see. Yeah, let's go Mountain Crusher still. It's fine. We'll go Mountain Crusher double brown. We could normally have a +1 brown as well, but it doesn't get it till next perk. But we'll run it with that and just run it into some kind of like normal brown team. Yep, that's not how you spell apothecary. Somehow the P didn't go. There we go. Actually, you know what? Since it is kind of for that, let's go test it with Lord King Iron Gut and everything. Let's just go test it in standard form, or how you would normally use it in a delve. Iron Guts. Oh, it's High King Iron Gut. Why do I keep saying Lord King Iron Gut? Let's see. And now we need, how about Possessed King? Okay. So this is like the delve format of it. Let's go see what this can do. So we have several barrier options now. We have, well, first things first. Let me go switch to the right hero class. And not just that, but set the perk as well. So let's see. Oh, you know what I want to go do? No, let's not do this. I know what I want to go do. I know exactly the team I want to go do. And it is not this. It is, let's see. Well, first things first. Let's go set our Sentinel. We'll get that, change that, get the perk, get our barrier, get Razor Armor because we don't need the XP anymore since we're not grinding it. And there we go. Okay. So let me go build the team I want to go build. So let's go and clear the team real quick. Get Mang in there. And there we go. We got our full team now. Okay, that'll be our team. So now he has a 25% chance to barrier himself every turn, plus we get barrier every brown. And we should be able to solo almost everything in the game with this. Perfectly balanced. So yeah, we should just be able to solo this team, even though he has 75% or 80% score reduction actually. Let's see. Let's grab a tear onto that. Grab a, what do we need? Bad board. We'll smooth that for now. Still a bad board. Ah, he hit us with a skull. No. Oh no, we don't have our immunities. We're gonna die. No, he keeps removing barrier now. We're actually gonna lose. Fail. Oh, he stunned us too. Oh, we don't have immune to stun. Fail. Never mind. But yeah, we need those other 2 traits before we get solo. But yeah, you can solo stuff with it. It's kind of funny. We do actually need those other 2 traits though, like all the immunities he has and that little bit of extra mana or dispel. But he can solo entire teams, kind of like how Titan can, except he's actually better at soloing than Titan is because he can barrier himself off his own trait. If he's the only thing left, he has to barrier himself. There's no other choice. So it'll always just hit back on himself, even if he doesn't have barrier. He just has a 25% chance of getting it back for free. But anyways, let's go do a real team now. Now we'll go do the other one. Apothecary, Iron Guts, and Possessed King. And we'll do it with a Mountain Crusher. And there we go. Anyways. Now let's go do it for real. Yeah, it basically should just be perpetual barrier, and it does slowly over time give allies barrier. Like right there, it just gave apothecary barrier. Oh yeah, this isn't Delves. We don't have an instant 100% chance to devour, do we? Now we do. Let's see. We'll convert that out. Get devour on that one, even though he's pretty much already dead. And there we go. But yeah, it has a lot of barrier option, basically. This is the whole premise of this thing. But yeah, it's just super tanky. We get, even if they end up hitting us, we have, so everything that we have in combination for tanking. We have 40% score reduction. We have 3 to all stats. We have 25% chance to barrier an ally every turn that passes. We have barrier every brown. We stun them whenever they hit us, which could get rid of offensive traits. We have barrier at the start of battle, so we don't even need to worry about it initially. And that's pretty much everything that we have for tank ability. I guess this spell could actually technically get rid of Enrage as well. And then, of course, we get a bunch of immunities, a lot of the good ones. Stun, Poison, Disease, Deathmark, and Devour immunity. Probably the biggest one being Stun immunity, but Deathmark and Devour is pretty useful as well. Having immunity to that. But, yeah, it's a pretty nice hero class. Still need to go get it maxed, obviously. But, still, most of its potential comes from that 40 trait, allowing it to now barrier every brown. So now it's actually finally usable, so we can start using it for some stuff if we want now. But, with that being said, time to not go use it, and time to go do treasure hunts. Because it is a treasure hunt week, we're currently this far. And by this far, I mean we haven't even touched it barely. We're at 46 right now. Should probably get it to, like, at least 150 at minimum. So, let's go do that right now, and then we'll do the other 100 later. So we'll do 100 now, 100 later. But, yeah, let's just start working on that. And by later, I mean probably off stream. Gotta go start making some progress now, so let's go do that. Is the Possessed King in next week's drops? We don't know. We never know in advance when things are going to be available. However, the next time Possessed King is available, I highly advise crafting it. So, if you're in late game, you might actually want to start saving diamonds if you're low on diamonds. You definitely want to own a Possessed King the next time he shows up, whenever that might be. Main reason for this is Darkstone will be maxable to 10 stars starting next month. And I think you can reach like 13 or 14 stars or something pretty high. So you're definitely going to want to go and have Possessed King, otherwise you can't get it to that star level. But yeah, he should be available in the next month or two. But yeah, next time he is available, highly advise crafting him, more so than any time prior. He's also pretty good for delves. He's mainly used as a mana accumulator. He does have triple transform though, potentially. He's also really good with skull spam teams and oddly enough with High King Iron Gut. And the main reason for that is it allows you to devour anything in the game, since you could transform anything in the game. Or at least as far as delves are concerned, you can transform everything in delves. I forgot, we can still use controller for that. There we go. Oh, that was weird. That was really weird. You guys saw that, right? That's not me going crazy. The board fell down and then it replaced itself with a whole nother board over again. That was strange. Never seen that before. Yeah, it's a 9-week cycle for Mythics at the moment, but the current cycle is almost down. Which means Possessed King could be almost any week now. Actually, let me see. Where is the list for it? Okay, here's the current cycle list. Where to go? There it is, Soulforge. Let's see, how many weeks have we currently had in this cycle? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in the current cycle. So yeah, this cycle should almost be done. I forget the total amount of current mythics, but it should almost be all of them. So we should be getting into the next cycle pretty soon. But, oh wait. Yeah, never mind, that's correct, yeah. But here's the list for it right there. It's currently on cycle 9. Once it starts reaching cycle 10, literally any week could potentially be Possessed King. Or any other mythic for that matter. Oh yeah, Infernus is always the best first mythic to have. It is by far the best overall well-rounded mythic just to have around. It's great for having a damage source because you tend to lack damage sources in early to mid game. And I don't know, just covers a little bit of everything. Has explosion, it has really high damage that can't really be dodged in any way. It has a firestorm into its own color, plus explosions, which is a really good combination to have. Only troop that has a combination like that, still to this day. And it's the best burning option in the entire game. So even if it had literally nothing else, it would always be the best burner. But it has plenty of other features that makes it pretty nice too. But yeah, highly advise getting that thing as first mythic. It's generally considered the best first mythic in the game. Just because of everything that allows you to do. And it fills that much needed gap of actually having a damage source. Because normally as a newer player, you lack damage sources. And he's a really good one to have. He's not really good for high-level delves, though. But as a newer player, or even mid-range player, you're not really bothering with high-level delves yet. That's way down the line. Really, not until you're like level 1000 or 1100 should you really be worrying about high-level delves. You'd still want to get someone in each, though, like getting them to like level 100 or 200 or something. But as far as like fully completing out delves to 500, I wouldn't really bother with it until later in the game. Otherwise, it just wastes too much time trying to get them done because of how low stats might be or lack of options. Better just to grind a specific one. Because you get the same amount of loot. You just don't get any renown. You get the exact same loot from doing a level 20 delve as you do from doing a level 500 delve. I still understand why the game is like that, but it is still like that currently. Events are different, but the actual... Oh, seriously, why does it keep doing that? I guess because I'm using controller to spam click that. So it's like spazzing out. Whenever we go into a new battle, that's really weird. That is super weird. That's funny. In 9 weeks, you'll have enough gems to get another one. Though you have to keep in mind, it might not necessarily be 9 weeks. It could be potentially in like a few weeks from now. Because the rotation is resetting soon. And then any mythic will be available, potentially. Including the most recent one. Though we've already had 2 chances to get it, so I'm pretty sure anyone who's wanted to get it has probably already gotten it by now. The stunner guy. What was his name? I forget his name. He was actually a relevant troop, which is why I forgot his name. But, oh, it's... I know it's that 2-word thing in that other language, but I always keep getting it wrong. Because, whatever that thing was called. The, monkey. You guys know what I'm talking about. The triple stun monkey. I would guess it, but it would be something like completely off. Let's see, we'll take that down. Oh wait, why did I take that? I actually lowered our loot more so than increasing it. Oh well. At least we got gems from it. Worth it. Because we do still need gems. Even though we have an absurd amount of gems, that doesn't mean we don't need more. The reason we have an absurd amount of gems is because we always keep grinding them. Kanye, yeah, that's right. That is correct. Or Kanye, or however you end up saying that. Pretty sure however I pronounce it is definitely the incorrect way of pronouncing it. Why'd I do that? I could have just moved the other one over. Well, that will happen when we're trying to speed through them. Oh yes, squirrel. I forgot to do the code, didn't I? Let me go do that right after this battle. Or right after this map, I should say. The battle map. Yeah, let me go hand out the code. My bad, guys. My bad. Yeah, we'll hand out the code. Get to 150 wins, or event gems. And then we'll probably end the stream from there. Let's see. Move that over. And then I get to test the beta. And I would stream if I could, but I can't, unfortunately. Let's see what fun stuff is in next patch. Hopefully something interesting. Extra 2 hours only? No, it'll be a little bit longer than 2 hours, I believe. It'll be more like 2.5 almost. This depends when it gets done. We did start a little bit later though.
Extra turn.
But normally, lately, I've just been doing it per task. So sometimes it goes higher, sometimes it goes lower. Whatever our objective really is for the current stream is what I go up to with it. But anyways, let me go hand out the code real quick. Code time. So, let me go grab that. Let's see, edits. I like how Treasure Hunt doesn't have as long of a delay in actually leaving. It lets us go back to the main menu pretty much instantly. Oh, I'll copy that, put that over here, use it in the redeem code section, put that right there, copy, paste, 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 refresh, put that right there, paste again, copy the whole thing, put that right in there, and there goes go. There's redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Simply go click on that link or go to gemsofwar.com underneath game code. Your redeem code is found under, or your invite code, I mean, is found underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code is right over in chat. So go copy paste it or type it out. And that's the redeem code. And gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. Works on every platform except for the console versions. And we're almost there. We're halfway there. Not really, because we already started with like 50. But yep, let's keep going. Another 75, or 77 actually, or 78. I mean, I'll get the right math right eventually. But anyways, let's go. Treasure hunt time.
Extra turn. Extra turn.
All of these shiny gems.
Extra turn.
There's still not any kind of really special random reward that you can get from this though, other than like the trait stones maybe. Like, it gives really consistent average loot
Extra turn.
without any kind of like super big drop for the most part, unless you start going deep. But not really worth going deep, the amount of time it takes. Though if you do get lucky off of vaults, you can't get 2 gem keys at a time off of those, which is pretty decent value. The problem is the chance of that happening is relatively low.
Extra turn.
And I think in comparison, it only gives like 5 gems or something there. It's 2 gem keys is definitely by far the best drop. Just it doesn't consistently give it to you, unfortunately. Good night, Starlight. Have a good time. Have a good weekend. It doesn't feel like a Saturday to me at all. I don't know, my whole week schedule has just been like all over the place. But this definitely does not feel like the weekend.
Extra turn.
Or at least not yet, it doesn't. Let's see. We'll go move that down. Grab that over. Oh, I should have taken the top one. Doesn't matter though.
Extra
Not like we're playing it for loot, just trying to get the event gems mainly.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Gigantic cascade. But yeah, he does still say extra turn. That's weird. He doesn't do it for the normal battles, but he does do it for treasure hunt. Yeah, those are the only 2 instances of his voice now, of the announcer. He does it in treasure hunt for extra turn, and he does it in normal battles for mana surge. But you don't get to hear his legendary or anything else anymore. Or how he likes his steak. Rare. Or ultra rare. Let's see. Put that down. Oh, I didn't want a red chest. Oh well. I've almost accidentally gotten a vault before on these, which is always kind of funny. Very rare that that would ever happen, though, accidentally getting a vault. That is pretty hard to do. To accidentally get one. To deliberately get one's pretty easy. But to accidentally get one takes a lot of luck. But yeah, the basic strategy of doing these quickly is, I've gone over it many times, but it's a lot different than how you normally play a map. But basically, you just keep taking from one side, and then you take from the other side, and you just keep alternating between the two. And the reason for this is just to make sure that you can seek the move that you're going to be doing next, and it doesn't get in the way of the following move that you're about to do. But yeah, you just keep hopping back from side to side, and just keep doing that over and over again. That's pretty much how you get maps done very quick. You can also factor in elevation as well. So if you take a top one and then you take a bottom one, you can still do it vertically as well. You'd have to take the top one first, though. So for example, we could do this, and then even though this is technically in the exact same area, we can still take it kind of like this and then taking that. They don't interfere with each other, as long as you do the top one first.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Which is kind of weird, because that's actually the exact inverse of how you normally play a treasure map. Normally you take from the bottom first and then work your way to the top. But in trying to complete them out quickly, you take from the top and then go to the bottom. Since it's the worst move, it's actually the better move. Because you're trying to end the map as quickly as possible. While still getting a decent amount of turns, of course.
Extra turn.
You want to deliberately not take extra turns because we were already at the end there. Otherwise, we'd just be wasting those turns as far as event gems are concerned. Because if we stop at like 45 or 48 or something, we don't get any of that extra. Whatever the difference is that isn't a 10 is just wasted. At least as far as event gems are concerned. Also, this is like one of the few things in the entire game where touchscreen would actually be quicker than mouse. Is playing Treasure Hunt. Because the only thing you ever have to do is board. And board is the absolute quickest when you're doing it on a touchscreen.
Extra turn.
Assuming you have a big screen. If you have a small screen, that might not be the case. But if you have like a really big screen, like if you were doing it on a tablet or a Nintendo Switch, cough, cough. Please release on Nintendo Switch already. But yeah, if you were playing on a larger screen, it would be quicker. But if it was like a small phone screen, it actually probably would be slower than mouse, actually.
Extra turn.
I don't know how people play touchscreen stuff on phones.
Extra turn.
I guess my fingers are just way too big. Like, I would never be able to do that. We ended up wasting 7 there, but we got an arcane. Not the red that we need, but we got a pure green. Another one for the gigantic stacks of arcanes that we have laying around.
Extra turn.
Let's see. Isn't the whole week one big Saturday? No. I still have a lot of other stuff I normally need to get done. My weekends tend to be freer than most of my other time. They have a lot of free time most days, but most of those days I try allocating that time towards something productive more often than not. Not always, though. Not always. But more often than not, I try to. Thank you, Wizzo. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Let's see. Yasmin's Chosen and JoeConnors Storm Shield dropped for you. What teams work well with them? Storm Shield, nothing. As far as Yasmin, it tends to get used in either Pure Green Guild War or in Delves. As far as Pure Green Guild War, you'd run it into Web Spinner into Yasmin combo. If you're running it just for PvP, if you do want to run it that way, it's not as good, but you could run it into basically Green Seer. It's Hero with something like Mountain Crusher, Green Seer, Yasmin, and then one other troop. And that would be your team. And you pretty much just keep spamming Yasmin over and over and over again. But yeah, both of those troops are pretty underwhelming. Yasmin's definitely more useful, though, between the two of them. Both of them are pretty average, with Storm Shield being pretty bad. The only thing that Storm Shield's pretty good for is he is required to upgrade the Kingdom of Stormheim, so that's nice that you own it. But using him as an actual troop isn't that good. Owning him is nice, but using him is not so good. He's just not really used for much. He's a good Dawnbringer alternative for Barrier if you want to get him traded, but Dawnbringer's better once you have it in most situations. Can I shoot a list? The quality of life improvement list, I haven't really organized it yet. But, yeah, we could go show the list and just go run down everything and see if anyone has any more feedback to give to it. But yeah, we could show that tonight. I don't see why not. And just try getting more feedback on stuff. I still need to try thinking of some more for it. See you, Ben. Have a good night. Do you know when a new Delve is being released? Yes, March 1st. Or wait, was it March 1st? Pretty sure it was March 1st. Let me double check the date before I give you the wrong date. Where'd it go? Wait, never mind. Not March 1st. My bad. Okay, I thought that sounded wrong. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Control find faction. Where'd it go? Let's see. Primal Rifts, then Warrens, then March 8th. My bad. Not next Friday, but the following Friday. I thought that sounded wrong. But yeah, this next Friday we're getting a mythic. Yeah, this next Friday we're getting a mythic, the Adana one. But the following Friday we're getting the new faction. So 2 weeks from now, basically, is when we're getting it. Let's see how much progress we currently have. Let's see. We're getting there. My goal was to reach 150 for now. So we just need another 46, so let's keep working towards that. And then we'll finish the rest of it either off stream or at some point. Definitely going to be finishing it. It has quite a bit of loot just sitting there. I highly advise doing this, by the way. It's a lot of loot. Even if you don't like playing treasure hunt, it is such an absurd amount of loot that you might as well. You're getting more than double the loot that you would normally be getting from treasure hunt from doing out the event. So might as well. And it does only take like 2 hours or less. Like you can see, we've barely been doing it at all, and we already have it a good chunk of it done. As long as you just keep taking moves, it goes pretty quick. And when you're focusing on it, you can probably get the entirety of it done in just 1 hour. If you're like completely undistracted whatsoever, and just constantly focusing on it, you can probably be done in a little over an hour, like an hour 10 minutes, I think. Why did I take that for an extra turn? Okay, now I need to commit to extra turns. Or not, because I don't think we're going to be able to get any. Fail. Shouldn't have taken that. It will. See. Here we go. Just cleared round 4 in class event. You'll get 4 sigils and a Vow Raven tomorrow, but it's really not worth the gems to get another green or orange orb. Oh yeah, that's exactly why I don't bother upgrading, especially during the actual time when a new class comes out. Ironically, whenever a new hero class comes out, it's actually the worst time to ever spend gems on it. Mainly because since everyone is spending gems on it in order to rush upgrade it, because there's always going to be people in late game to some degree that are going to do that, who just have an absurd amount of excess gems, like us, except I opted not to. But it's the worst time to ever try going for the class event, because even if you get all the rewards, there's no way you're going to make a leaderboard off of that. Normally you would be able to during most class events if you go for all rewards. You'd normally be able to make leaderboard off the extra battles that you have. But you can't really do that during this event at all. I think the minimum right now is like 55 or probably even higher than that just to make it onto leaderboard, which means you had to have done like tier 5 or something. Maybe even a little bit higher than that. So it's definitely not worth it during these events. It would allow you to gain a lot of rushed EXP onto the hero class, but I don't know. It doesn't take that long to manually grind it. You can get upwards of 180 EXP per hour doing explore farming or challenge farming, and just keep doing that over and over again. It's possible to get over 200 an hour as well. As long as you win 3 per minute, which you could easily do with like a quick Sunbird Firebomb team. It comes out to 180 XP an hour at 3 a minute. Which basically means, with how much the XP costs, basically every 1 XP costs you 1 gem. So that can start getting pretty expensive. Which also means you're technically getting 180 gems per hour if you're manually farming it, which is really good value if you look at it that way. Because the highest gem farming rates in the entire game that you can consistently do is like treasure hunt, which is like 60 an hour or so, like 50 to 60. Yet you can get like 180 per hour just from not spending gems on them and manually grinding it instead. That's weird. We actually can keep repicking the board with the Y button. At least initially. If we just keep clicking it, there's no way to really see the board to know if it's a good board or not, though. But it does allow us to keep repicking it, which is kind of funny. But it doesn't stay there long enough for us to know if it's worth repicking or not. I wonder if they'll fix that. Apparently, people on console would always be able to do that with spamming the confirm button. I never realized that was a thing until just now, though, with controller. But there's no way anyone could look at the board quick enough to know if it's a good board or not by doing that. Because you have like a less than a 1 second window. I'm going to do it again this next map. Let's go do it right here. So if I just keep clicking the Y button, what happens? I'm just never going to stop clicking it to see what happens. Oh, apparently it lags. Let's see what happens. Okay, it does eventually have a hard limit to how many times you could click it. Wow, there we go. But yeah, it just keeps repicking the board, but it doesn't stay there long enough to know if you need to repick it or not. That's not really helping at all. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you can't do that with mouse. I don't think mouse clicking in any way could actually do that. It's technically a bug. I should probably go report it in this beta as well. It's a pretty trivial one, though, because I don't see any way that you could use that to your benefit. But it is a bug. Let's see if I can actually do it with mouse clicking. I don't think it's possible with mouse clicking. Almost guarantee it's not. We'll go check in a second. Oops, that's not a move. Move that down. Yeah, let's go try it with mouse spam click. No, it doesn't work with mouse spam click. That's what I thought. This controller. Pet food, #1 waste of shards. I actually did waste some of mine on pet food. Only my brown, though, in order to get Mimic upgraded. But that was back before we knew what the rate of food would be. I assumed that you would need to actually craft food because they would give you so little food. But apparently they give you way too much food, so we never really needed to. And there we go. I'll do a few more maps and then see what our progress is at, because I believe we should almost be there by now.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Look at what a JCG said. What did JCG say? Let's see. Look at your map count. Oh no! Look at my map count before and after. Does it actually use my maps? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But good point. Let me go check my map count before and after. Because that's actually a negative glitch then if it's actually using my maps. Good point.
Extra turn.
Good point.
Extra turn.
Oh, we need one more extra turn somewhere. There we go. Perfect. Oh, wait, no, we don't. We need, now we need one more. I know we're wasting too much time on it. Come on, give us one. No! No! Right at 49. That's awful. Okay, let's go check our map count before and after. So our current map count is tributes. There we go. Okay. Our current map count is 7,733. So it needs to be lower than 7,732. Oh, wait. Okay, now it's 7,732. We'll check what it is after. 7,732. Let me write that down. 7,732. Oops, I didn't write that right. 7,732. Okay. And then we'll spam click this next one. And then it should be 7,731. If it's anything lower than that, then spam clicking it will ruin it. I wasn't able to spam click it the first time because we have to actually be in the battle already in order to get it to work. I better not burn through maps. That means people on console might be losing excess maps because I'm pretty sure some of them might just naturally be mashing the button if you're doing a lot of maps. So then again, it takes forever to try doing treasure hunts on... If you think it's slow doing treasure hunts on like how we're doing it now, imagine having to do it like this, where you have to keep moving it like this the entire time. At least it kind of makes you think of your move a little bit more, but even if you know what you're going to do for your move, you still have to move it all the way there, which takes forever.
Extra turn. Extra turn.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure mobile has the highest use of maps. Like, I don't even need a guess. I know with 100% guarantee that maps have the highest amount of usage on the mobile platform. I don't have a shadow of a doubt in that regard. Oh yeah, let me spam click. Spam, spam, spam. Okay, there we go. Now, did it use multiple maps? If we have anything less than 7,731, it used multiple maps. We'll find out after this map.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
There we go. Oh, should take an extra turn. Okay, how many maps do we have? Did it multi-use our maps? I think it wouldn't. But you never know. No, it didn't. Okay, we're fine. It's just a visual glitch then. That just allows you to keep repicking. Well, not really visual, but yeah, it just allows you to keep repicking the board. It doesn't actually use all your maps. But yeah, it doesn't burn through maps. That's cool. So it doesn't accidentally use excess. So console players will not accidentally ruin their maps. However, it does technically allow you to repick. So it's a beneficial glitch then. Except no person can realistically look at the map that quickly and know for sure if it's good or not though. So there's no actual applicable use for it. Even though it technically allows you to repick treasure hunts. There's just no way to know in advance if the board is good. But then again, I guess it does start lagging more as you keep doing it. So I guess maybe if you did it for like the second or third or fourth repick, it'd have more lag, so I guess you would be able to look at it longer. So I guess you could technically exploit it slightly, but I highly doubt anyone could look at a board that quick and know if it's good or not. Still something they should fix though. Go try it one more time. I actually want to see if it's actually even possible to see if you can repick or not. I don't think there would ever be a high enough delay that you could. Let's see. So like right here. No, we didn't have enough time. Not enough time now. Not a single time did we have enough time to see if the board was good or not. Because it has like under a 1 second window for when you can actually do it. Well, at least no one can exploit it then. Let's see. Move that over. Grab that. Grab that over. Take that. Take the other gold coin, or the bronze, I mean. So let me go check after this. I believe we should have enough by now to reach my goal of 150. At least be very close to it, if nothing else. Let's go check it. Well, we don't have it yet. So we should be close. Yep, pretty close. We just need 6 more. And then we'll probably stop for now. For sanity's sake, we'll do the rest of these maps later. The last 100 or so. Or just do it off stream at some point. Or in between other stuff. But, yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, yeah, this will probably be our last map. If we can get a really good map here. Let me actually go a little bit slower. If we get this to 60, we don't need to do another one. Though I don't think we're going to get it to 60. Okay, we'll do that. Throw that over, get our 5 times. How it's currently going, it seems like it could be on track, though. Try for a 60. Not going horrible. Plenty of 5 times, plenty of 4 times. We should be able to get this to 60. Oh yeah, definitely. We're almost there already. Move that. Grab the other one down. Actually, let me take it with a gold. Actually, for not even starting this map is trying to do it. This map's going pretty good. Okay, I'll take that down just so the greens stay next to each other. That annoying bronze coin in the middle of nowhere, that's kind of ruining everything. Now we have multiple bronze coins in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that was a really lucky bronze coin drop. Okay, we reached the 60 gold that we wanted. Nice. Apparently, we might randomly get a chest as well. Well, that's not randomly. We're actually trying to play this one out a little bit. But it does have a chance. Come on, try to get the gold there. Missed it the first time, though. That down. Okay, we have too many small things down here. We're not going to get too much further. But I reached the main goal that I wanted, which was the 60 turns. That we're done with maps for now. I don't know, maybe we'll try for 1 volt. And again, that gets us less loot. So really not much of a point to try for it. But move that, move that. Yeah, we should probably just end the map out at this point. Where even is our move? A few moves left. Okay, I guess that bag, why not? There we go, good enough. There, we got gems from one of them. There we go. Okay, loot. But the main loot we wanted is this right here. The 50 gems that we get from that. And now the only thing we have to work towards is the 8 gem keys, which we'll do later. But yeah, anyone else have any other questions or anything I missed? Did you add remove slow down the game to 1x speed when the menu to change the list? Oh, I didn't think about that. You know what? Let's go try that to see what happens. Good point. Let's see what happens with that. Let's go change it down to 0.25 speed. And now we can see if it works. Oh, wait. Oops. First things first. Let's do that at the end of battle. Otherwise, we'll be here for 10 years trying to do one map. Let's see. We'll go and do it right at our final turn. So when it looks like it's going to be our final move, we'll put it down to lowest possible speed. And see if that has any effect on it. I didn't think about that. Good point.
Extra turn.
Okay, now we put it down to speed. There we go. Okay. And then we spam click. Make sure we end our turn. Don't you dare give me an extra turn. There we go. And now we spam click. Let's see. Does it fall slow enough? No, it doesn't. You wouldn't be able to see the board. Yeah. Doing it at a lower speed doesn't help. Because it still has the same interval between when the board switches.
Extra turn.
So lower speed has no effect on being able to see the board. So yeah, there's luckily no way to exploit that for any beneficial gain. Though it's still technically a glitch.
Extra turn. Extra turn.
And even if you did it at like 1x speed or 1.5 to try to get like that perfect interval, it would still have the exact same amount of delay but before it refreshes the board. The 4x speed would still be your best bet, and it's still, even at that speed, there's just not enough time to see the board. You have like less than half a second. I highly doubt it'll be fixed by next patch, though. They're probably not even going to patch it. Normally, the smaller visual stuff they never patch. There's actually a really funny glitch that I've reported to them multiple times that they still haven't fixed yet. I'll go show it right after this. It has no effect on anything, though, which is why they haven't patched it yet. But ever since they did like the new format to kingdoms, if you click on a kingdom and then drag it immediately, well, normally what happens if you click on a kingdom is you cannot drag. Right now, I'm trying to drag the screen by clicking the mouse on the border outside of this little square, and it's not letting you, obviously, as you can see. But if you do it during the duration of when it's shifting from one kingdom to a different one, when you click on a different kingdom, you can do this, and you can move it around. This has been in the game since they've done the new format, and there's obviously no applicable purpose for doing this, but it's still a glitch that's been in the game for almost a year now, and they still haven't bothered fixing it. There's a lot of small stuff like that. I just get tired of bothering to report it just because they never bother fixing it, regardless of how many times I say it. I could say it again this time, and they're probably still not going to fix it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to head out for now. I'll be back later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 6.5 hours from now. And we'll mainly be messing around with the hero class, getting it leveled a bit more, maybe doing treasure hunt. Probably not, though. I'll try getting that done off stream. I know most people don't like watching it, but some people do. But yeah, maybe we'll throw a few, but I do want to get that done soon. But anyways, yeah, and just going to be messing around with the new hero class. So I'll catch you all later. Thanks for stopping by, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Read the wiki post, or the wicked post. Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh, sorry, what did wicked say? Let's see. You meant while playing, you click an ability, and it slows to 1x speed? Let's see. Did you add remove slowdown to game to 1x speed? Oh, yes, to the list, yes. I did do that earlier. To the list of things to mention to them. Actually, I should probably mention it during this beta, too. I don't know if they'll actually do anything about it, though. But, because it's not technically a glitch, I don't think. I think they might have it as an actual feature. But, yeah, hopefully it'll fix it in the future. Or, change it in the future. But, yeah, I'll go mention it during the beta. I don't see why not, if someone else hasn't already. That is something I can maybe mention for it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and best of luck with the new hero class. Goodbye, everyone.